What's going on, people? We're back finally on the channel. Good evening. How are you all doing? It's been a couple of weeks, isn't it? Right. First of all, thank you for everyone for coming back to the channel. And second of all, big shout out to our sponsors over at betmate. Obviously, got to give them a little bit of the piece of the action. Betmate is live this weekend. Again, another pot. This one's a £200 guaranteed payout. Your games for 3 o'clock for Saturday. Villa versus Leicester. Brentford Southampton. Brighton Bournemouth. Man United Palace. Wolves Liverpool. All you've got to do, it's quite simple really. Pick a team of 7 players. Show you how it works. There you go. Pick a team of 7 players. And away you go. Now, rules are maximum 2 players from either side. Goalkeeper. 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, 2 forwards. Pick a captain, pick a vice captain. Get all the points from goals, assists, tackles, you name it. It's there. Easy peasy. This one's only £2 to enter this weekend. So join me on betmate. Easiest way to do it, click the link pinned in the chat. You can also download it using the link in the description of the video. Go on, you know you want to. I'm going to play it. Get yourselves in. Now there is some free pots as well. Especially at the minute, they've got a promotion on at the moment. I've not got a graphic for it, but if you go over to betmate, every pot is free to enter. There's loads of pots up free to enter, so go and check every single pot out. Free to enter. That's free. Can't ask for any more really. Right, Leicester news. First of all, some channel homework for you. We will be announcing a new star member plaque. We'll be doing that obviously for the watch along show tomorrow. So we're live here from 2:40 during the game. We'll do a roulette wheel with the star member plaque. So that will be there as well for you guys that have missed out on that one. That's going to be a new star member for tomorrow. So look forward to that. If you're not in the members tier for the squad tier, go and join in. It's only £2 to play, as well as obviously you get your emojis and everything else, so it's not difficult to do it. Now there is a little bit I want to tell you about the channel. It's in a little worry at the moment, the channel. The views aren't there, and obviously I just haven't had the time to commit as well. So it's been tough. I'm hoping to get some more content finally out on the channel soon. I'm just trying to balance around James's new schedule of stuff that he's got on. He's not very well, basically. I don't want to get into it. So we'll wait and see what's what with that first, and then hopefully can finally put out some content. I'd like to do some fan shows as well, so you guys get to call in and get your voices heard and your opinions heard and stuff like that. So that's what I'm hoping to do, because that was easy to do. I used to do that with Winksy back in the day. So Winksy is still here, by the way. He's done some of the thumbnails and just a bit of the background sort of stuff, which is pretty cool. He's busy now, he's working. So hello Winksy. And another news is I can't get the channel chat to go live anymore on screens. The app we're using has gone down, not just for me, for everyone. I'm not sure why. It's odd. I don't really understand why. So we're gonna have to try and figure out a way of getting the chats back on screen very, very soon. It's nothing to do with me. Like I say, it's literally an app that people do use that is gone down. So I'm going to have to find something different to do that for you guys, so I do apologise. And anyway, in the chat, I will read out all your comments and questions in a second, and also get that vote in on the formation that we're going to go to for the prediction show. There's a fair bit to run down, though, before we get to that. Obviously, we've had 3 new players in, so we'll quickly run down that as well. Because Leicester spent a bit of money. Now, first of all, we've gone with a centre-back from Stoke, which cost us around £17 million, called Harriet Suter. Now, he is highly rated by the Stoke fans on Twitter. I've seen some of the stuff that he's done over there. Obviously, it's different levels because it's Championship and stuff, and cup games and whatever else that the highlights are from. So it's going to be a test for him to get into the Premier League and do it. But Hear me out. Will he get picked? That's the question. Who knows? We've also brought in a left back, as you already probably know this, Victor Christensen from Copenhagen for about £14.5 million. And here's the thing. We also got a loan in. Okay, his Brazilian name, or he's known as Tete, is actually quite a long name. His real name, it's something like Marcel Obi-Wan Kenobi Martins or something. It's a very long name. We'll get into that another time. Interestingly enough, we were pulling in a Leeds winger as well, as you probably all are aware of what happened with that. But it's a strange one. It was what's his face from Leeds, Harrison. It was at the training ground. He was training. I'm not telling you where I got my sources from, but it was definitely at training. You all know where I get my sources, and I'm not going to say any names. And all of a sudden, Leeds just pulled out, and that was it. And it was too late. We'd already let Brighton go and Perez go. So now we've left two wingers go, and we've only pulled one in. A Brazilian Tete. So we've now only got two wingers of Barnes and Tete. I don't know. This club, man. This club. But yes, Mark of Brighton going to West Brom. That hurt. I'm not going to lie. Now, there was some coverage of the on Leicestershire Live of the press conference. We'll quickly run through that as well with the latest injuries, updates. Team's looking well. We've trained well. We've got one or two to look at to see it on availability. Jamie hasn't done so much, but he's now out on the field. So Vardy has been training late. We need to see his reaction. Some guys will be next week, like Booba and Johnny. They'll train next week. Ricardo will play in a game next week. He's looked great in training. So Ricardo looks like he's set to return, having been named in the Premier League 25. Yes, Christensen is not in the named 25, but doesn't need to be because he is under the age of 21. Well, technically, I think he is 21. But you get the point. So, yeah, we're not losing a number there. The poll is 4-2-3-1. We'll go with that in a second. A little bit more news on the squad. Tete, delighted to have had him, says Brendan Rodgers. Done very well at Shakhtar and Lyon. Very strong and very committed. He settled in very well. Obviously, he's a loanee with an option to buy. Suter, delighted seeing Harry as a young player and with the trauma coming for a bad injury. Spoke to a number of people in respect about him. He's on the way up. He did very well at Stoke, and I saw him in Scotland as a young player. He gives us that stature, but you've seen in the World Cup he can play as well. He's not fit though by looks of it, Suter. He's just have to see about his hip issue. He trained today with the squad. He's one I need to assess. He'll certainly be ready to go for the following weekend, says Brendan Rodgers. So he might not fit straight in to the squad. We'll have to see if you guys think otherwise. January transfer window news on Brendan's thoughts on it. Very happy. It's been a long time since the club signed players in January. I think it was 2018, the last one. Definite need for it. Delighted with the business. We're prepared going forward. Got players out of contract, so important to get a centre half in. Victor is going to be a big hit with the supporters. Adds real competition. Really pleased to bring in fresh faces. Talking about Christensen there. I think he's going to start. In terms of Mark Brighton, he's got another year. He's a legend for the club, been brilliant off the field. He's so professional, made a promise to him. He's about him getting games. He wants to play. It's difficult. He wants game time. He has young kids who have not seen him play so much. It's about getting him game time and assessing it in the summer. I think he's going to be going, to be honest. Perez, he's played his last game for the club. He had offers to go to other Premier League clubs. It was his dream to go to Spain, and he will finish his career in La Liga. He was fantastic for his big part in two fifth places in FA Cup. His big block in the final. Great lad to work with. He'll play well at Betis. So Perez will not be coming back. That's a guarantee. So there you go. Obviously, the news on Harrison I've just mentioned. And looking at Aston Villa, by the way, they look like they will probably line up based on what I'm going on here. They look like they will go on with. Let's have a quick look. Martinez in the sticks, obviously, with a back line probably the same of Ashley Young, Consor, Mings, and Moreno. And obviously in the midfield, it's expected probably for Emery to not change much with Kamara and Douglas Luiz in central area, with Bailey and Ramsey supporting the duo. Predicted 11. As follows: Martinez, Young, Consa, Mings, Moreno, Bailey, Kamara, Douglas Luiz, Ramsey, Buendia, and Ollie Watkins probably up top. Let's have a look what you guys are going to think about doing though over here. Let's have a look. So you've gone for a 4-2-3-1 formation. We're going to stick Danny Ward in goal because I'm not going to go anywhere else. So we'll go with Danny Ward. Right, first of all, centre-backs. Do you think the new boy Harry will start? And yes, I have created graphics because I'm a legend. Or not? That's the question. So, are we going with Amate and Fars? We're doing Cags, Amate. Are we doing Fars, Cags, or Suter plus other? I don't think Suter will start. Get your votes in. Right. And whilst you get your vote in, I am going to finally read the chat out. I do apologise. Right. Apollo says, I would love to see Tete play and have Madders as a cam. I would love to see all three starts, says Kieran. I think we're all like, we've got new toys and we want to play with them. I don't think it works. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work like that. It would be nice. It would be nice. This flipping Twidget thing isn't working. Isn't working at all. I just can't get the chats on screen. I'm so sorry, guys. There's nothing I can do. White Obama says, can't wait to see Sutter and Mendy play together. And Chris Campbell says, I think Victor Christensen might start in midfield. He's good, though. He needs game time. I think we should start all three, says Kieran again. Are you a Liverpool fan? No, I'm a Leicester fan. Oh, no, sorry. He's talking to someone else. Put three midfielder in together to help if it works, says Chris. Welcome back, Sir Lee. Welcome, Chester. Hope you're well. Start all three, says Kieran. Dear. Who else is here? Dash your dog in the chat. Lee, are Leicester playing away tomorrow? Yes, we are away. It's a 3 p.m. kickoff. We will be here for the 2:40. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm sorry. I couldn't think of what else to say. I don't know. He's such a long name. It's such a long name. Lee, if PSG are going to FIFA about Chelsea, can't we do that about Leeds? Because Jack was basically a Leicester player. No, he wasn't, though. He wasn't. There was no agreement made. Verbal is not. It's not good enough. I'm so glad I don't have to see Luke Thomas ball again. I can finally stop suffering, says White Obama. Let's have a quick look. Reminder of the tier review from the last one. Oh no, we removed them all. That's a shame. That is a shame. Never mind. Hi Lee in the chat. Big up name in the chat. Hope you're well, Aki. What do you think about Mark of Brighton leaving? I am gutted. But it's all, look, it weren't getting game time. When he did get picked, we all moaned. It's, you know, it's a tough one. He's like, I know Amate's part of the Premier League side at one time, but be honest with you, Amate didn't really have much of he didn't really take part in it as such, did he? Let's be honest with you. So it's like the last man standing is Jamie Vardy. You know, it's sad. It's sad, but it's happening. You know. 7 years nearly, though, the title. 7 years, you know. So, Ian in the chat, good evening, everyone. Hope you're well. It's your favourite Darlington FC fan. How are you? All right. How's the team doing? And MP is also here. Right. Amate and Fars is just ahead of new signing. I don't think he'll start the new signing, to be honest with you. There you go. Mateus Cardoso Lemos Martins. It was almost Obi-Wan Kenobi. At least Kevin scored before he left. It's true. I don't think he's going to come back. I really don't. I can't see how he plays again in a Leicester shirt, unfortunately. But, you know, he'll always be a legend for the club. End of discussion. Most of those Premier League winners will be a legend of the club. In years to come, we'll reflect on the Riyad Mahrez's, Mardy, attitude leaving the club, and we'll reflect on Kante going after one season, and we'll reflect on stuff like that, and we'll be fine. It is what it is. Third place in the Day League League. Nice. Is that a promotional spot? Don't know. I have no idea. Is that promotion? I don't know. I'd love YouTube to put their own version of putting chats on the screen where you just click it and it goes on screen over the live feed. That'd be flipping brilliant. But no, they won't do it, will they? Maybe I could tell them to do that. But no, I won't. I just can't get the chats on screen. I'm so sorry, it's not working. Right, the centre back polls are in. Amate Fars to start is your vote. Just. So I will get Amate Fars in, and I'll start with your left back question, which will be, Thomas. Or the new man, Christiansen. I think that's how you spell his name, Christiansen. I think. Don't have a cow, man, if that's wrong. All right, get the votes in on that one. You guys voted Amate and Fars. Mate and Fars. Okay. No playoff spot, only one team goes up automatically. Okay, Ian. I think that's how you spell his name, Christiansen. It might be wrong. It might be wrong. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I don't know. Let's have a quick look how you spell his name. Christiansen. Yeah, I've spelled it. I think I've spelled it right, Yeah. The Danish Victor Christiansen. Yes. Okay. That's good. I have spelled it right. You all want the new boy to start. Well, that was obvious. Are you ready for the... There you go. There you go. We've got a graphic. We have a graphic. It's not quite... It's... Believe it or not, that is what's on the Premier League's website. It's not using the current kit. It's in a training top. But that is the official Premier League picture of him. So I've made it for you guys from it. So there you go. Michael in the chat. How are you? And James, it's good to have you back on. I love you loads. And where's James? James is probably having pudding. They've just come back from swimming, to be fair. So, yeah. Let's go back to it. Aston Villa have won 2 of their last 4 Premier League games against Leicester, 50%, having won just 18% of their first 22 against them in the competition. Leicester have won 2 of their last 3 Premier League away games against Villa, as many as in their first 10 visits to Villa Park in the competition. However, we did lose this exact fixture 2-1 last season, so... There's a little bit of history on the fixture. Right back, we have only really got... I think we've only really got Castagna available, so there's no point doing a poll, because Ricardo's not ready until next week, according to Brendan. So we go into the middle. So are we going... How's Ndidi looking? Let's have a quick look at Ndidi. He's been training well. He's had a personal issue this weekend that won't see him involved. So there's no Wilfred Ndidi for this game. So does that mean CDM? Are we going with Mendy? Or I don't know if Sumari is available either. You know, I'm not sure. Let's have a quick look and see if he's available. We don't know if he's available or not. Soumare, the likes of Buba Soumare will train next week. Soumare is out, so it's going to be Mendy. It will be Mendy. So there's no NDD or Mendy, so I don't need to do a poll either on that. Mendy's going to be your man. Mendy will be your man. Okay, so that means Yuri Tielemans will be next to him. So we'll do the poll anyway. So who's your CM? Are you playing next to Mendy? Are you going Yuri? Would you like to go see Pratt? Would you like to see KDH? Who's going next to Mendy? Get your vote in. Who's going next to Mendy? So there you go. So Vardy's got a buttock injury. Ricardo's potentially back next week. Soumare's training next week. Johnny Evans looks like he's finally going to be available around the next 2 weeks. Adidi has a personal issue and will be out this weekend as well. And James Justin is out of the Premier League squad anyway and won't be back until probably the summer. So that's a shame. Harry Suter, probably not this weekend, but next week. So there you go. Let's see who else is in the chat. Get those votes in as well. Yuri Tielemans is winning the poll just over KDH. Interesting. Yuri Tielemans. Alright, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. We've got a new chat in as well. Do you think Tete might start? That's the question. We're going to go on the left side first. Because we could pull KDH left instead of Barnes. You could go Madders and go Tete. I don't know. So who's going left? Left mid. Left wing. We're going Barnes. We're going... You can put KDH left mid. You can go Madders. Madders can play anywhere. Left, right. Central. It don't really matter. It can be Cam. I don't know. Who's going left? I'll just throw everyone in and then you can get your votes in. That's how we'll do it. Welcome to the show. If you're just joining in, get those votes in on the polls. We're just trying to put the team together. It's you guys that are voting in. You guys are building the team. I'm just doing the clicking. You guys are the ones building the team. Yes, I know I've put Ward in myself and I've put Castagna in because, well, who else is there? But the rest of you... sent you a pic on Facebook. Would love to see that team play, said Kieran. I don't use Messenger all that much, so you've sent me on Facebook. Are you sure? Message requests. Okay. Cool. I've messaged back. That should now go in a... What? Lots of people messaging me on Facebook. I didn't know that. Sugar. Let's have a quick look at that team that you just sent me anyway. Kieran just sent me that. So Suter's not going to start. Ndidi's out. So that's not going to happen. You've gone with a 4-1-3-2. Yeah, that's not going to happen because Ndidi and Suter won't start, which is a shame. But it's nice. Where were we? So you want Harvey Barnes? Are you okay? You want Barnes on the left? Harvey Barnes. It's an equaliser. Barnes. Okay, on the right. This is it. We're going Tete. Titi, whatever you want to call him. Matters because you can go there. I could put KDH there. It's not a lot of options. Has to be Tete. Tete's going to start, right? I want to see the Brazilian man. Yes, we have got a graphic for him. Oh, again, that is an official Premier League graphic of him because obviously he's not took that photo from the front, so that is an official graphic of Leicester's Tete from the side with an Adidas training top on. Not for this game, but 2 up top would be amazing, says Kieran. Yeah, it'd be fantastic, but unfortunately, Brendan don't seem to like to play 2 up top. Mason in the chat as well. How are you, my man? All right. Everyone says Tete 100%. So there you go. Don't even need to change that. There you go. Tete is in, which means your cam man, because you went for a 4-2-3-1. Your cam man has to be Madders. It's not going to be. It's not going to be KDH, although he could probably play there. It could be Pratt, who can also play there, but it could be Nacho behind Vardy, more like a striker type cam. But it's going to be one man. Let's be honest with you. It's going to just be James Maddison if he's fit, which he is. Has to be James Maddison sitting behind, I think, Jamie Vardy for this game. Personally, Madders with a Brazilian next to him. Give me strength. Vian in the chat. How are you? Can I get shouted out, Charlie? Of course you can, Charlie. If I had the power to put you on screen, I would. But this stupid fucking thing don't work anymore. I don't know why. I'm not quite sure why the app I'm using has gone down. So I'm gonna have to try and figure out if there's anything else I can use to put chats on screen. Vardy, oh yeah, Vardy is out. Shit, so it's Daka in it or Nacho. Oh poo. Okay, Vardy's out. Ndidi is out. Sumare is out. It's quite a lot out. Suter is out. Won't start. Okay. This is it. It's Daka or Nacho. I want Nacho to start and use Daka as pace later on. I want Nacho to start. Give me Nacho. Give me Nacho. It's my first time watching you, says Charlie. Charlie, thank you for coming in. Make sure you subscribe as well, Charlie. We're here tomorrow for the watch-along show as well, so we'll be here for that like this. So that's going to be banging, so make sure you come in for that tomorrow. We'll be here from 2:40. And like I say, I used to be able to put the flipping chats on screen, but for some reason they're not working. So, oh well. But they said they were going to see if he plays, says Andreas. Well, it looks like he's going to be out to me. He's out on the field, which is yesterday for training. So who knows? I could. No, I'm not going to say it. get someone in trouble. Dear. I've got someone internal now at Leicester. I knew about the transfers. Every single one of them. I'm sure if some of you that do follow me on Twitter, I'm sure you'd have seen some of my tweets. I was dying to talk. But I don't want to get someone in trouble. So I knew about the transfers. I knew about all 3. This time I'm not making shit up. I'm not making up. I'm not in the know. I genuinely have someone internal. Anyway, yeah. It's the first time ever I've been doing YouTube that I actually knew something before anyone else. And I actually know there was one time I knew Morris was going and signing for Man City. I literally knew. Someone showed me photos. A reporter sent me photos from his physical phone. It was actually at Manchester, and he sent me it. I knew that was happening too, but that's it. That's it. But I have, but the transfers, I promise you, I did know about all of them. You can only take my word for it. Some of my workmates that I spoke to in 100% faith, told them, and they all came in. So yeah, you know, it's cool. I think Nacho giving one chance to play very different, can drop back into the number 10 position, allowing Maddison to attack more and get into a better position on the pitch, plus allows wingers forward, says VM Patel. I think that too, but Brendan for some reason doesn't like to play Nacho. Is Nacho our cup man? Is Nacho our cup striker? He seems that way. You know, he's the one that scored again. in the FA Cup. He's the FA Cup king. Maybe that's just how Brendan sees him. I don't know if it's true or not. Vardy, you are Vardy, says Charlie. Definitely not. Mendy, it's either KDH or Soumare. No, it's not. Soumare's out. Poyo. Soumare is out. And there's no Ndidi, so Mendy will be playing 100%. Or it'll be KDH with Yuri. Could be KDH instead of Mendy, but I think Mendy offers a lot more defensively, to be honest. Okay, don't get me wrong, he's not as creative as KDH at all. I don't think he's got the engine either as KDH, but I think defensively he adds something that KDH won't. So he always turns up in the FA Cup for some reason, says Brian. He does. Nacho wins the poll. I can't believe that. You guys voted Kilichi over Daka, but there is your squad that you guys voted in the chat. It's looking a little sexy, I'm not going to lie. With that little Brazilian on the right. You guys have gone with Danny Ward at the back, with Christensen, the new man, on the left, replacing Luke Thomas, with Castagna on the right, with Fars and Amate as centre-backs, because Sutar is not going to be fit, and Kags is clearly going to be fourth choice now. Mendy in the middle with Yuri Tielemans, and a lovely, lovely James Maddison is Cam, with Harvey Barnes to his left and Brazilian man Tete to his right, with Kalichi Iheanacho up top. I like the looks of that. Let's play ball. I am excited for tomorrow. Like I just said, we will be here tomorrow for the watch along show. In fact, if you guys want, when this stream ends, it will take you straight to the watch along. If you want to leave it a like, that'd be banging, and we'll do that. We'll see you at 2:40 tomorrow. I'm pumped for it, to be honest with you. It's been a couple of weeks since I watch along, so I'm ready. I am ready. I'm going to drag the artwork here. There you go. Look at that bad boy. Watch along time tomorrow. We'll be here 2:40 on the channel. Make sure you join in. Yes, I know, before anyone says in the chat the graphics are one way round, Danny Ward is on the left and Villa on the right. Yes, I know that, but never mind. Don't matter, does it? Lee, have your mates who support Liverpool come back to reality, says Naeem. It's a drop off for them. I've got to say, it's a big drop off, but you know, I'm sure they'll bounce back at some point. Look at the way that Chelsea have got, you know, they were dropped down and bounced back, and then look, they're struggling again. But all the big teams, they seem to fight. They just claw their way back up to the top, don't they? They always do. But I've got to shout out to Matty Renton of the Magpie channel. I hope you win the cup, my man. I hope you win the cup. Come on, the Geordies. I want them to win it. I want them to win the League Cup. I'm rooting for him because they've earned it. They really have. They're on a roll. They are. We were in that position a few years ago. You know, we were, and we won the FA Cup. So I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for Matty Renton and the Magpie channels. Yeah, I'm rooting for them. Oh, look who's here! Before we go, John Conway is also here. As well as Poyo in the chat. Lauren, I'm thinking Nacho at first. Yes, we've all gone Nacho. He always turns up in the FA Cup for some reason, says Brian. Get those chats in, guys. What your score prediction is going to be for tomorrow? Let me know in the chat before we go. Do you think Leicester will win tomorrow? Is anyone confident? I'm confident now. I've got a couple of new players in. I am confident, but then again, I think Villa have brought in a couple of players too. We only need to quickly look over at Aston Villa and see who they brought in. Because Aston Villa, let's have a quick look. I think they spent about 20 mil in the January transfer window. Or did they? Oh no, they got Diego Carlos, Den Donker, don't forget, as well as Kamara, Bednarek, and Moreno. So they decent 31 mil for obviously Emery's brought him with him, isn't he, from Sevilla, Diego Carlos. So Ben says 3-1 and Chris Campbell says 2-1 for Emery. Never mind. Right, I shall see you all tomorrow. Make sure you pop over to the watch along. I'm going to end the stream now. Just give it a like, and it'll be banging. I shall see you tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe out there. Make sure you follow me on socials as well. I'm easy to find. Lee_Chappie. You'll find me on Insta. You'll find me on Twitter. It's not difficult. Go and do it. See you in a bit. Whew. Okay, still here. It's spinning. It says it's ending stream. These are like the outtakes, you know what I mean? Yeah. And there we go. No. We're cooking with gas. God, don't tell the Karens of the world that. Be dead meat. Okay, so we're stuck. Yeah. See you all anyway. Just gonna turn off at some point. I know, Dara. I'm still reading your chats. I'm not supposed to be live right now. It's got stuck.